Okie dokie. Here I is. Here I is. D-Real coming at you. Saturday, live. Um, Fresh off that Black Panther Wakanda Forever trailer. Hmm. Hmm. I I hmm. I am going to try to keep this as brief as I can. I'm going to try to keep this as hey. Yes, D Steezel, my man, always and forever. Nicholas, you just made a video of your reaction. Woo! Goodness gracious, good God Almighty. Mr. Smith, how you doing? Mr. Smith, how you doing? I'm glad y'all up in here in the building, man. I'm feeling kind of excited now. Um, I guess that's enough. We can start, and everybody else can get in where they fit in. Okay. Yes, Nicholas. Yes. Good God. Yes. They are doing exactly what we said they do. I am going to do a follow-up video to this, maybe not today, but definitely sometime in the next couple of days. And if I can, I want to add the trailer to it, um, so I can break it down bit by bit, piece by piece, so we can, all see it in real time. But right now, I'm just going off of what I saw. First thing, if there's anybody here that don't want it spoiled for them because you ain't seen it yet, vacate the premises immediately. Just gonna kind of chit chat over what I saw. Um, the first thing that really stood out to me and kind of, had a little bit of smoke coming out of my ears was the funeral scene. That's first. And number two were the images of Chadwick Boseman. Now, I know E-Man had expressed clearly, and there are some places where a lot of us agree with what E-Man said. And one of the things he said, he did not want images of Chadwick being exploited in this movie or having the real life death of Chadwick Boseman reflected in this movie. And that is the very thing that I saw that just incensed me as soon as I saw it. And I was like, damn, they don't give a damn what we think. They doing exactly what they what Dennis Green say back in the day. They are exactly who we thought they were. Um, it's just sad that a franchise can have so little regard for the people that made it what it is. Um, it's yes, these Diesel got correct. That's exactly what I saw. It's like they are purposely trying to project an image of sadness, of somberness. And I saw the claw. I saw the claw at the end connected to a rather frail hand or a frail arm. So, I mean, it ain't no mystery about, if you read the plot leak, ain't no mystery about whose skinny arm that was in the Panther suit. Nicholas, wait. I need all of us to get in on this live, my man, because I'm trying to figure out how in the world, after 2 effing years, you literally come, bruh. I'm with you, Nicholas. I've been y'all know I got a plethora of videos on my page. Feel free to peruse any of them. I have said I've been saying this for the better part of a year, over a year, that they were gonna do precisely what they just did in that trailer. I ain't gonna just try to like dichotomize and tear it apart, but get to the meat and potatoes, which is what I mentioned. Number one, that funeral scene. Number two, images of Chadwick Boseman. They are cashing in on his death. And people are going to be so emotionally moved that they aren't going to stop to take the time and see. That's y'all are, even though you ain't got no CGI images, you still got images of him, and that's still enough to none of that was cathartic, by the way. Might I add, there was not a single bit of that that looked, appeared, or felt cathartic to me. It didn't give me a release of shit. You know what I'm saying? If anything, it had me tightening up and was like, you mothers cannot be 100%. That's the movie you putting out. I mean, okay, let me rewind. Take a deep breath. Okay. Woo-saw. Woo-saw like a mother. Now here's where we're at. This is where we're at. Okay. When someone says or makes a demand, that demand has to have consequences. You see what I'm saying? Now, our demand in the petition, our demand individually, our demand as individual content providers and people who are on board for this movement was to recast that character. If not to recast that character, at least don't kill the damn character off. And they cannot say they did not have options. Okay, they had the multiverse, they had variants, they had the blip, they had just not kill him. That was an option too. So there were plenty of options that they could have taken. And as it's been told to me several times, movies can be changed after post-production. Things can be added to movies in post-production. Things can be taken out of movies in post-production. They said, this is great the way it is. So like I'm saying, the demand was recast. As y'all can plainly see, we ain't getting no fucking recast. So now what are we prepared to do? Is the question. I'm past all of that. I saw everything I needed to see. Actually, I saw it last month. Not the trailer, but I saw which way the wind was blowing on this thing last month. And it was like, oh, we can sit and wait for the trailer all we want to. But I bet you $1 million to a dozen of donuts, that fucking trailer is going to show you exactly what you've been talking about for the past year and a half. Where we at? E-Man has just been checkmated. Yeah. Well, as far as that goes, it's time for everybody to stand and deliver. Everybody's cards is on the table. We said what we said when we said it, but now it's time to do what we do when we do it. Nicholas said, yeah, right. That's been the plan. We didn't need to wait for the trailer. We knew about this. E-Man, looking at you, bruh. Well, yeah, that is one way of putting it. We looking at you. What's going to be the direction moving forward? If we ain't getting aggressive, if we ain't getting stern, it's time to look in another direction. And I mean that in the most respectful way I can put it. But where we at? Let's go. What's the battle strategy? There. That's all I want to know. Nicholas, you say, I literally had nightmares about this man. Yeah, I need to get my character out there now. I word. OMG, I need to know if anyone has connections to anyone at Marvel Studios. E-Man might. These Diesel, I've always loved Marvel, but I've never been a in Marvel we trust blind fanboy, and I know how Hollyweird gets done. Word. I was expecting this just like I expected Marvel to not recast almost 2 years ago. Exactly. Exactly. And Nicholas said they had 2 years. Yes, they did. They could have went in that direction, but I think what the fear was, they was afraid of no matter who we would have cast in that role, it still would have been, you know what I'm saying? It still would have been, oh man, he'll never be like Chadwick. Oh, he'll never be like Chadwick. But they needed to just man up and stop being punks and just say, all right, we're gonna go ahead and recast them. Hate how y'all want to hate. That same thing Muggs did when James Bond gets recast. He ain't never gonna be Sean Connery, and then we get Roger Moore. And then Roger Moore again. Oh, he ain't never gonna be Roger Moore, and then we get Pierce Brosnan. Oh, he ain't never gonna be Pierce Brosnan, and on and on and on and on. That's what actors do. They can't replace, they can only succeed. And so you got to do the best job you can in succession. They ain't even giving that process a chance. And so, not only are y'all destroying the legacy of this character, but y'all spitting in the face of black actors everywhere. I'm definitely watching that panel footage as soon as it drops. Word. Boycott Black Panther 2, Wakanda for never. Already been. Cedric said Marvel is targeting black women with this film. Unfortunately, it may work. Division between the genders. That's why we have to continually communicate in videos wherever you're at amongst other women that it should not be a addition by subtraction. Explain to them that in comic canon, Shuri became the Black Panther. We're not focused on the fact that Shuri is or isn't the Black Panther. Don't care. It's the T'Challa part. It's the T'Challa part. You can make Bruce Wayne the Black Panther for all I care. Just don't kill off T'Challa. That's all we've been saying. That's all we've been asking. And you can't say you didn't know, that you didn't hear, that you weren't aware. The only positive thing I can say is the visuals, like Crisp and the Atlanteans, are actually blue. Yeah, and they're actually super duper Mayan themed. And, with the Quetzalcoatl and Tetzalcoatl hair feather dues and all of that kind of stuff. And they riding on whales? Was it a bunch of them hanging on the whales, riding on whales? Don't Atlantis have technology? I guess they don't. Okay. All right. They had Yolande Noel right in front of them. He literally asked to take up the mantle when E-Man asked him if he would. Yes. 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 And yes. I 100% freaking agree. They had every opportunity to make it right, or to at least come to the table and talk and compromise. It's obvious now. Well, it was obvious a couple months ago that they were not open to negotiation or even talking about this, because nobody at Marvel addressed the recast T'Challa movement, and celebrities were on Twitter blasting it. So I feel like the agenda was to downplay the recast T'Challa movement, period. Again, I say, what are we prepared to do? Okay, buttons coming soon. Y'all be looking for them, because man, it been on and cracking. I'm just waiting for people to get on and cracking with me, and we all do this together. You know what I'm saying? Just like my man Nicholas said, we all need to look up, you know what I'm saying? Come together and let them see a united collective. I understand we got 60,000 signatures on a petition, but what else we got? You know what I'm saying? The only thing at this point that Marvel Studios and the Minutemen is going to understand is the lack of bags they going to be holding. We have to take the power and say, we done. We not coming to see your movie. We not giving it no airplay. We not getting with it. Period. What say y'all? What say y'all? You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to go, man. It's yeah, just like Nicholas said earlier, it's time to focus on new characters. It's time to focus on new companies. It's time to focus on, I know there are a lot of like individual content providers out there that are doing their own original content and they catching flack from people for it. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only way you're gonna get big, because you ain't gonna be able to talk or compromise or BS no multi-billion-dollar company into doing what you want them to do unless you hit they asses in the one place where it hurts, and that's in their pockets. Period. Y'all don't want to give us a T'Challa. We don't want to give us your loot. We don't want to give y'all no loot if y'all ain't gonna give us no T'Challa. No T'Challa, no ticket. No T'Challa, no ticket. No T'Challa, no effing ticket. You know what I'm saying? Or at least if you gotta go see it, don't let me stop. I'm not gonna tell y'all to commit any acts of piracy. That ain't me. I'm not gonna tell you to do it, but I'm not going to tell you to not do it. At the same time, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even that enthused or interested in like running out to see it right away anyway. If at all. You know what I mean? It's like I'm disenchanted like a mug with them. You know what I'm saying? Really disenchanted. Yeah, the signatures will go up, but we need more than signatures at this point, D. We need them to see, yeah, that part. They only pay attention to the loss of dollars, and that's what we need to make them do at this point, is lose dollars. I mean, we can get together and have a little formal meeting and talk about what we didn't like, and and I was not satisfied, and I was not happy, and this made me angry inside. We can do that all day. You can tell them how you feel, but they a big ass $1 billion company, and quiet as kept, they don't care how you feel, and they just showed you how much they don't care how you feel. I sound like I'm ranting, I sound like I'm raving, but their actions are what wrought this. I can't sit here and say I'm out here being toxic and spitting toxic spitting toxic information and communication and you know what I'm saying. D, you said even if you was a professional film reviewer, you wouldn't want to see it. Oh, I hear you, D. I hear you. If I was a professional film critic, I wouldn't want to see it either. But I guess as if you're a professional film critic, you got to think about what's going on with your career, and is that a good career move? I guess. I mean, they could send you some tickets and be like, "You can come review this," but you could decline. Can't a critic decline to review a movie? But I mean, I don't know. It's neither here nor there with me. I know where my head is, and yeah, unless you paying me a whole heck of a lot of money, not going down. Um, Skip and Tosh, what's up, man? What's up? What's going on, bro? You say you can't front that trailer. Got you. Got you what? It got you mad? It got you in your feels? What? It got you what? 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 What did it do? Nicholas, you say, I'm not going to see this movie. They're literally, blatantly spitting in the face of not only Chadwick Boseman, but of Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Word. Word. Uh, yeah, critics don't watch every film that comes out. Well, I know at least one critic that watches every film when it comes out. Um, Nicholas Platt said it made him mad as fuck. Yeah, I couldn't. I could. Let me stop. I'm lying. I can believe that they did what they did simply because of what they did for the past 2 years. You know what I'm saying? And when those plot leaks dropped, I knew. I knew then. You know what I'm saying? When the plot leaks came out, I'm like, yeah, it's finna be some fuckery. Get ready, y'all. And just, and lo and behold, these things, you say the only thing you felt was annoyance. Yeah, man. I was greatly annoyed at it. Um, yeah, bruh, bruh, bruh. What? What? So Marvel Studios feels that killing off the titular character and giving us this is what we wanted. You know what I'm saying? They feel that this version of, I'm not calling that Black Panther. It's not Black Panther. I refuse to say Black Panther because there is no viable Black Panther-ness in it. Even with Shuri in there in a Black Panther suit, it ain't got the same feel. It ain't got the same vibe. It ain't got the same energy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why? Why would I bother to put any bags into this? Why would I help them to make another one of these? They got to do right by us before we start doing right by them, because they've been bending us over with no Vaseline on this Wakanda for everything. And yeah, I say go in on them. I say go. I just, no bags for y'all. You will be bagless if D-Real and everybody who D-Real love got something to say about it. I mean, I can sound like the crazy ranting person. I can sound like the village idiot. If that's what everybody think I sound like, so be it. But I'm a ride for what I think is right. I'm a ride for what I think is fair. I'm a ride for what I think is equitable. And for us to say, if your movie is equitable because you didn't want to be reasonable when Muzz was like, could you please, we asking you, could you please, we asking you. I ain't asking nobody for nothing no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to just do what I do. Um, No, and that's what I'm saying, D. I can't be mad either. I mean, I can still kind of be, it's just like, y'all had the unmitigated testicles to do that, and it's just that kind of a thing. But as far as rah, 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 I'm not ranting crazy, going off, man. But yeah, I'm not happy about the shit at all. Like I said before, this should have been the Captain America, the Winter Soldier of the franchise. It could have been. You know what I'm saying? They had every element in that trailer except the one that they needed. We wanted to see T'Challa meeting Reed Richards, and their movie is 2 years down the effing road. There are so many things that are just going to be so out of place. Why are you going to introduce Doctor Doom in this movie? We just doing what we want to do. Let's just throw everything up in the air and see where it comes down at. Is what this movie feels like. Well, even watching that trailer, it felt piecemealed and just like cinematic pandemonium. It was like it was all over the place. It was a second of this, a moment of that, and then we talking about watching that in a movie extended. I'm like, nah, nah, not feeling it. Ray Smith said, It's funny, but Marvel listened to the X-Men 97 fans and will now put the series in order so that you can watch it as it is supposed to be seen, but ignore the and that's another point, Mr. Smith. Everybody who stood up, bitched, and complained without a petition, I might add, the folks that was upset about what was going on in Moon Knight, they bitched and complaining, we're sorry, we're sorry. The mugs that watched Moon Knight and was was disrespected, by that. And same thing with Ms. Marvel, the folks that was felt disrespected by the representation and we're sorry. We've been out this mug 2 years talking about the disrespect, and ain't nobody acknowledged we was even freaking talking. It's like, what's all of these, what I'm saying, engagements and shows and lives and, what I'm saying, and people going to talk to people at places and you know what I mean? Well, that was all for nothing. No T'Challa, no ticket. No T'Challa, no ticket. Holla if you're with it. I just, no more, y'all. No, Marvel Studios has collectively jumped the shark in my eyes. I mean, there might be a lot of viable stuff out there, and you can take it like like a la carte if you want to. You know what I'm saying? I rock with Guardians of the Galaxy, but I don't rock with Captain Marvel. I rock with Moon Knight, but I don't rock with Ironheart. I rock with Secret Invasion, but I don't rock with. I mean, you could do it like that if that's how you choose to do it. I mean, if there's IPs that Marvel is still doing that you seem to like, and just like, okay, I'm gonna go rock with it. But that right there is, to me, is like, I don't want to give them none of my money for none of their projects. You know what I mean? If that's how you do black people, just shit on them and what they want to see and what they ask you for, and they've been loyal and faithful and riding with you for years, and you just like, fuck your recast. You know what I'm saying? Just like Dave Chappelle, just fuck your couch. F your couch. F your couch. That's what they F your recast. F your recast. Didn't even acknowledge it. Would you say Avengers Earth Mightiest Hero is dope, but Marvel Studios didn't make that? I know, right? Well, and that's what I'm saying, D. If it's because I mean, Spider-Man and his amazing friends, I still mess with that heavy. The 95 X-Men, it's still a lot of stuff that I mess with. The 94, 95, that Fantastic Four series, first animated Black Panther, I messes with that heavy. I dig that stuff. But when Marvel Studios formed and started doing like, what Disney always do, we just gonna take it over and we just gonna own it and we just gonna do whatever we see fit to do with it. And damn what the fans want. Bob Chapek knows best. Kevin Feige knows best. All right, all right. As I always say, in the fullness of time, we will see who's right and who's wrong. I will wait for the movies to hit my streaming service. I won't spend money to go see anything. Yes, I am that petty. Mr. Smith, so am I. I am that petty. You know what I mean? If I don't, not for money, not my hard-earned Gouda. I'm not giving that to you. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm good. Yeah, these things. I love that episode, and you got Keith David voicing T'Challa. That was 100% awesome. I also like even though the animation wasn't great, I like that BET Black Panther with Jaimon Hansu. voicing T'Challa and what was who was it? Was it Jilly from Philly doing the voice of Storm? Jill Scott? Awesome. Oh, check. Say, Mr. Smith, you was reminiscing, taking yourself back and watching them old eps. I know that's right. So yeah, y'all. In next about the next week or so, I should be getting these buttons, man. And yeah, we gonna do some things. We're gonna do some things here in a little bit because they they think we playing with them. They think, well, how my man used to say, they think this is play pimping out here. They think we out here for show. All right. Yeah, it was a motion comic. Literally, it was literally the Reginald Hudlin comic in motion. Like that. And I might be dating myself here, and Mr. Smith can back me on it. But Marvel Superheroes used to have a series of motion comics back in the 60s with let's see, it was Captain America, it was Thor, it was Hulk, um Namor. Did I say Namor? Um just pretty much any superheroes you can imagine in the 60s that when Marvel had that explosion, they had motion comics for it. And Captain America had a little thing where they all actually had little rhyming theme songs. Iron Man, they actually played a theme to that motion comic cartoon uh in the first Iron Man movie. Yeah, when Captain America throws his mighty shield. Yeah, it was cheesy AF, but it was all we had at the time. So, oh, Mr. Smith, you say you have them on DVD. I know that's right, bro. That's dedications. These things to say I'm one of the few fans that actually loves these motion comics. I got all of them on Blu-ray and DVD. I actually am curious about that Eternals one, and I kind of want to watch it, but then I'm like, mm, you know, motion comics are kind of hit and miss for me sometimes. Excuse me. Okay, y'all. We got anything else we want to get off our chests, or we waiting for that panel? When is that panel supposed to go down? Is the panel discussion? What's it gonna be like in about an hour or so? I'm gonna need to get right, man, to watch this because yeah, the Neil Gaiman. I saw that. I saw that. That's a lot. I read the comic though, but that's a lot of what Eternals, tried to base that movie on. Um, I was sitting in watching Chillmonger today, and they had a little interesting discussion going on about this. Like everybody been waiting on this video, on this trailer to drop. And I'm just like, now that the trailer done drop, let's see how much movement, let's see how much action comes from these people who said as soon as we see this trailer and see what's in it, what they gonna do. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at all of these mugs that said, "Well, oh, we getting ready to go down to Marvel Studios and pitchfork and torch them, and we get ready to get heavy on the media feeds and go. Let's go." You know what I'm saying? We already got a presence on Twitter. So I mean, it's not like, let's invade another media format and take that over too and just keep hitting all of these media forums until every last Clubhouse, hit Clubhouse, you know what I'm saying? Hit Insta up, hit all of them so that they know this is what's being perpetrated. You ain't getting no T'Challa in this movie. Like I said, I done said it in like umpteen videos. I done talked to dozens upon dozens of people who were blissfully unaware that T'Challa was not going to be in this movie. But y'all gonna learn today. Um, Mr. Smith say, I hope that everyone will take the time to write Marvel comics and make them change directions with T'Challa in the comics. Let's fight for the character in all mediums. Amen. I mean, because Marvel comics, you know, they ebb and flow and ebb and flow, and every now and then you can find a little miracle. Right now, I was watching Chillmonger. Shouts out to Chillmonger. He was doing a video on Judgment Day, and that's basically a new storyline, which is the X-Men versus the Avengers versus the Eternals. So, I mean, that's interesting, but I don't want to get all into that and it don't be all that. I mean, because it's been a few of them epics, like War of the Realms. I was underwhelmed by War of the Realms. Um, Maybe that's why the trailer only showed the suit without showing its Shuri. Well, yeah, just like I was saying earlier, Chill. That skinny arm, that that's gotta be Shuri or some undernourished young Wakandan boy, something, because there was no musculature, there was no build to that. It was just shink, and I was like, oh my, you know what I mean? So it's cool. I ain't mad at Shuri being the Black Panther at all. You know what I'm saying? I am disappointed in the lack of T'Challa being there. Plain and simple. We've been asking for T'Challa, and we ain't getting T'Challa. It's obvious we ain't getting T'Challa at this point. So yeah, it's time to get in their grits. You know what I'm saying, and let them know what's what. Because yeah, the time for smiling and picking and grinning and all that shit. That was actually it was over a few months ago, but didn't nobody believe it. So now y'all have this this sobering trailer to let you know what we've been saying, for what, literally years? These things are said. Astonishing X-Men is good. Also, Wolverine versus Hulk, Wolverine Origins, Wolverine Weapon X, Inhumans, Iron Man Extremis, Spider-Woman, Motion Comics. Okay. I've seen the Astonishing X-Men motion comic. That ain't too bad. That ain't too bad. Well, if you read the film's synopsis, it says the death of King T'Challa. You can't be any more blatant than to say some stuff like that. The death of King T'Challa. You're And it didn't have to be like this, y'all. That's the sad part. They had so many options that they introduced way before that movie was wrapped that they could have taken advantage of. They had venues to move to rather than to go on their current course and, dare I say, rouse the ire of fans. These things said the trailer felt morbid. Yeah, the trailer did feel morbid. And yeah, the letter P is for profiting, and the letter E is for exploitation. They should have done, man, there's a bunch of storylines that they could have jumped on, Mr. Smith. You and I both know this. Um, if they wanted to do something epic, first of all, first of all, why are you going to kill the only two villains that T'Challa has that anyone pays any kind of attention to? You killed off Claw, you killed off Killmonger in the first movie. Claw and Killmonger are excellent recurring villains. They're recurring villains in the comics. Why would you kill them off? And who do we make the primary antagonist? Namor. So in the next movie, what we gonna do? Then on top of that, we killing off more people. We killing off Angela Bassett's character. We killing off Queen Ramonda. I mean, it's just Death is a part of life. I get that, but you don't have to keep depicting it in every opportunity, at every chance you get. And it's like, I mean, Ryan Coogler, you cool and all of that, but why must death be an integral part of everything you make? What is his fixation on death? I don't get that. Yeah. Doom War would have been a cool storyline. Another cooler storyline, well, not cooler, but another cool storyline would have been Panther's Prey. Panther's Prey is a story of a scientist, a Wakanda scientist named Solomon Prey, who genetically alters himself, gives himself wings, claws, and proceeds to rip into T'Challa, and T'Challa's got to go back and recover, and he storms Wakanda with pteranodons and all kind of stuff. I mean, and he's a good villain. You know what I'm saying? He feels like what he's doing is right, like all good villains do. And he's stirring up dissent in Wakanda. So you got that internal strife. There's always some kind of internal strife about something in Wakanda for some reason, but T'Challa always found a way to bring it down, to bring it to heel. Intergalactic Empire of Wakanda would have made an amazing story, even if you just broke pieces of it off and done it like MCU loves to do. That's a great story. It's hard to mess up, unless you just, well, I ain't gonna say it's soon as I said that, I thought about it and I'm like, yeah, they could probably do a number on it if they set their minds to it, or more actively or more correctly didn't set their minds to it. um yeah, I covered that in a video, Mr. Smith. Plastic surgery to explain his different appearance. Yeah, because in the comics, in the Doom War storyline, he gets injured, you know what I'm saying, and he's in a coma. And yeah, I mean, like I said, you got Cannon that would have gave him an easy out. You know what I'm saying? You got things that you have brought into being in the MCU that would have made it easy. Because when y'all start bringing back all these other characters, when you start bringing back your Tony Starks and bringing back your Steve Rogers and bringing back your Thunderbolt Rosses, and you know what I'm saying, and bringing back all of them characters, but not T'Challa, then what's that gonna say about Marvel, or Marvel Studios more accurately? So y'all ain't happy unless y'all got a black man in a subservient position. You ain't happy with a black man in a position of power. You know what I'm saying? So what's that all about? A proper Doom War and Panther's Prey storyline will also be dope in high quality animation. It Again, I agree, but if they trying to wipe out every damn vestige of the character, it will require. And I think I was talking to somebody in the comments on my page the other day. I think it was May Kent, and she was like, what would it take to acquire the rights to the character of Black Panther, and all that. Trust me, if I had the money, I wouldn't have no problem making Black Panther an independent character. It's been done before. You know what I'm saying? I know in the 90s it was done with Angela. Angela was a property of Todd McFarlane's, and Marvel sued to get, you know what I'm saying, to get that character. And you know what I mean? It can be done. You know what I mean? You just like they taking characters from people. They're a big old company, but like I said, chips. It would take a lot of chips to get that IP from Marvel, and I don't think they would be. And I don't see why they wouldn't be willing to separate from that IP, because clearly they ain't doing nothing with it. At least not with T'Challa anyway. DC's been doing that. Marvel won't do it unless it ties into their whack films. It is what it is, my dude. They they bugging, man. I don't know what else to say about it, man. It's just $1 billion franchise. Now here's my question: do they expect to make $1 billion off of that movie? Do they really think they're gonna make $1 billion off that movie? I believe Marvel now owns the rights to Miracle Man. Um, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Marvel. I don't have my phone right here. Usually I just Google up some stuff, but I'm pretty sure it is. Notice how small the font said Black Panther. I did notice that, chill. Um, it it shouldn't say Black Panther at all. You know what I mean? I mean, they could still have the same spirit of what they have in there now, and it still be called Wakanda Forever. What the problem is? You know what I mean? I would much rather them call it Wakanda Forever because that's the focus. Just small Black Panther font. I wow. Um. So the world of Wakanda forever. World of Wakanda is actually a more appropriate title. And one scene that kind of caught my attention too was the underwater birth. Uh is that supposed to be T'Challa's son? That's another part. I'm just like, oh, what? Why are y'all making Nakia a baby mama? We've discussed this, and it's like all the ghetto tropes that are in a lot of urban movies. Y'all bringing it to Wakanda, which is supposed to be the cream of the crop, the pride of what we are. So we bring in death and children born out of wedlock and all that kind of thing to something we supposed to be looking up to and regarding with pride and that kind of a thing. This is what we want to see: babies, mamas, and mugs getting killed. Thank you very much. Gotta let go of that ghetto mentality, Mr. Kugler. Gotta let it go. I understand that it's a part of what makes you what you are as a director, but it also limits you. Branch out. Branch out. Do something besides killing black folks. The title was small, like the film was about the microverse. I thought the underwater baby had Namer wings. Okay, yeah, all right. I hope that's what it was. I hope that's what I pray that's what it was. When we get this Nokia thing, which is supposed to come out, ah, you know. And you had said something about that yourself, Chip. Are we going to call that baby T'Challa? And then just go, there's T'Challa, the Black Panther. Wink, wink. And then how is that going to translate into comics? Because we know that John Ridley is actively trying to destroy the Black Panther in the comic books right now. And we know that movies come out and the comics start imitating the movies. So what's going to happen? What are we going to do? We're going to make Tosin the Black Panther? You know what I mean? Is he getting ready to become the new Black Panther in the comics? I think that was baby Namor underwater, but there was one shot of a pregnant black woman on the beach. Yeah, the stomach, and I just assumed because it was underwater, she was doing an underwater birth. But that makes sense too. Yeah, clearly saw a black belly. It was a pregnant woman, which I'd be willing to bet any amount of money was Nakia. So here we go. What you say? What you say, Chill? To Junior? To problems. I say, I'm going to need a stiff drink after this live. I, I might need a little more. I got collard greens cooking right now, so yeah. Goodness gracious. This has been an interesting turn of events, y'all. Grand Madam, hey, how you doing? I was waiting for you to come on, Grand Madam. I thought you'd be the first one in, but better late than never, ma'am. Better late than never. You know what we talking about, lady. We talk about that trailer and our reactions to it and what we gonna do from here moving forward as a collective, as it were. Mostly we just kind of bagging and laughing about it, but deep down inside, that laughter is the mask, the mixed emotions that we feel from the trailer, which we all on some level believe was a travesty and an insult to the mythos of T'Challa and as well as the legacy of Chadwick Boseman. I probably didn't use the right wording that, but I know I put the sentiment dead on, dead center, bullseye, if you will. You say you wanted to see, but now I wish I hadn't. Girl. You and me both. I wanted to look away, but I could not because I knew I was doing this right after it got done. And I'm like, oh, I gotta look at it all. I gotta look at it all. I mean, and it's just every scene was like, oh, I predicted that. I ain't gonna say predict, but what is it called when you know something's gonna happen and it happens? Is that a prediction? You know what I'm saying? I knew that was going to happen. I knew that's what that was going to look like, and then, them leaks came and it was like, oh, the leaks may be true or the leaks may not be true. But just from the way it was depicted, like, oh, hell yeah, them leaks are true. I believe that. I'd have been willing to bet some money that they was true or the vast majority of them were. Why? Because why would you drop it like that? I know Marvel's known for lying every now and then or for stretching the truth just a wee bit, but it is what it is. Exactly, Grand Madam. That's what I said. Yeah, I know they are. That's why I got on here and started talking about it, D. And I knew YouTube was going to be a buzz tonight. So that's why I'm in here having this conversation. They use Chadwick's likeness, not T'Challa's. Well, Grand Madam, according to them at Marvel Studios, Chadwick Boseman and T'Challa are one and the same. They do not differentiate between the two. Hence why they feel so cavalier and comfortable about canceling the character. Chadwick Boseman is T'Challa. So if Chadwick Boseman's passed, that means T'Challa's passed too. Where they do that at? Since Sean Connery's deceased, I guess James Bond is deceased. I guess since Adam West is deceased, Batman is deceased. Where they do that at? Marvel Studios. Those trash leaks were brought to life in that trailer. Word. That's exactly what happened. I mean, and that's why I say the way the leaks sounded, they sounded too on point to be fabricated. It's like, yep, I heard something about, because I had heard something about, there was stuff leaked about Nakia having T'Challa's baby out of wedlock. There was stuff leaked about M'Baku becoming either the king of Wakanda or the Black Panther. There was stuff leaked about Shuri. There was stuff leaked about Ironheart. So when all of those leaks came together collectively in one big paragraph, yep, that's what's going to happen, because you had this shit leaking over here and there and there and here, and then all together in one big document. Yeah, yeah. The writing, as it were, was on the wall. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, D. That's their thought process. There is no other Black Panther actor on earth in the mind of people at Marvel Studios. There is no other actor. There can be no other actor. And Yolande Noel already told you, hey, over here. How hard would it have been to scoop Yolande Noel up and put him in a scene where he's laying in some kind of stasis chamber in a coma? Wouldn't have interrupted all of this finagling and BSing that they doing right now with the franchise. It wouldn't have interrupted none of that. Just to simply put him in there and be like, oh, T'Challa, please wake up. Done. And we'd have been like, all right. I sat through 2 hours of bull crap just to see T'Challa at the end. At least I know y'all didn't kill him off. And y'all would have got paid. You'd have got, I'd have gave you my money for that. Long as I knew T'Challa was in the movie. They didn't even want to do that. That would have took maybe like a couple days, a week or two at the most. And then edit. And anybody who's ever doing a video on YouTube knows how the editing process works. Help me help y'all, but y'all don't want to help nobody. It's called the pitfalls of drama. It's an acting problem when the actor is identified by the character. Yes, I know. I heard fans talking about his baby like right after Chad died. There were no leaks. It was just fan ideas, but they obviously became true. They said, Yolande, no way in hell. Oh, Skip and Tosh, trailer hit you in the feelings. You really liked it. Well, everybody's entitled to their opinion, Skip. But if you know the history of the character, if you know the history of the character in comics, if you know the history of the characters associated with him and see all of that, oh yeah, funerals are supposed to look beautiful. I don't think they would have put together an ugly funeral. I mean, of course, and he's the king. It's supposed to be an elegant affair. It's the fact of the matter that there's even a funeral. You know, that's my thing with it. Okay, that I don't know. Exactly. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. I ain't knocking nobody to feel how they feel. If you feel like that was fantastic and it's getting ready to be $1 billion success, I mean, you know, I frequently agree to disagree with a lot of people. It ain't no love lost, and I ain't mad at nobody for feeling how they feel. You know, just long as, you know, like I always say, you don't shit on what gives me joy, I won't shit on what gives you joy. So let's just call it that. You know what I mean? Still wish they recast it. Okay. Yeah. It like I said, it wouldn't have been a difficult thing to do. You know what I'm saying? With everything that's going on in the MCU right now, it would have been a simple thing to do. Very simple thing to do. They miss opportunities all the time, you know. I don't crucify him because I ain't no need to at this point. The proof is in the pudding. Y'all saw what I saw. So, according to the petition, you are doing exactly what we asked you not to do. And they did it. So I have been rocking with T'Challa since he was created, and I get one movie, and I am supposed to be okay with that. Okay, Skip and Tosh said, I'm going to keep an open mind. Definitely respect how you feel about it. Okay. I appreciate that, Skip. I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, open forum, respectful forum, even though there's differences of opinion, that's the only way that I love to interact. You can come on this chat and disagree with me till you're blue in the face. Long as you ain't disrespectful, you can have an opinion all day till the cows come home. Long as you ain't disrespectful. I don't have no problem with anybody feeling how they feel about this as long as you ain't disrespectful. You can come on here all day and we can, talk back and forth, discuss and debate everything respectfully. I've had respectful debates in different forums with other people on other people's pages. I'm cool with you not agreeing with me. Doesn't change how I feel, and it shouldn't change how you feel if that's truly how you feel. If something in there can change your heart and turn it the other way, so be it. But as far as me and mine, yeah, I feel like somebody spit on me. You know what I mean? And just but it's kind of like that. Somebody spit on you like during during a sit-in. You know what I mean? Or during a march and somebody spits at you. It's that kind of spit on you. I knew they was gonna spit on me. That's the best thing they can do is spit on me. But I'm gonna keep moving forward. I'm gonna keep doing what I do, that kind of thing. Um, Grand Madam, all right, they killed him off before he got started. I would have loved that, and I know, Grand Madam, at some point there were plans, or at least there was something that was going to be written into a script that said Doctor Strange and T'Challa would be the leaders of a new generation of Avengers, but out went that idea apparently. Um, the only language they understand is my dollars. Exactly. They understand that Luciano. They understand that cheddar cheese, and that's what they gonna do. And it's so damn sad that is what they choose to do. Um, the funeral scene. Take the funeral scene out, the somber music, and this could have been a "What Happened to T'Challa" story trailer. Facts. It could have been. There's some pro recasters who are still excited for this film and want it to do well. There are some people that still feel like the only route to go is to capitulate to Marvel Studios and let them do whatever it is they're going to do because they're a $1 billion company and you can't stop them anyway. And so it's just like, whoop, might as well just give up and let them do what they do. Oh, well, we just no T'Challa, that kind of a thing. I'm a fighter. That's what I do. I fight. You know what I'm saying? And so if that's where we at with it, then let's go because I feel like I'll die on that hill. I'll go down swinging. That's where I'm at with it. Because it ain't right. It just ain't right. Black people always having to climb over something, always having to cross over to something, always having to move towards, always having to get over something. Can't we just have our hero? That's all. That's all. Skip Patas say, definitely keep doing your thing. Y'all make great points, and I agree with a lot of the points y'all make. Salute, Skip. Appreciate it, bruh. Yeah, bags. and to support the black cast and crew. Support the black cast and crew. The black cast and crew make more money on one movie than I make in 20 years. They ain't hurting. Okay? Sorry, not sorry. I want to see black actors grow. I want to see black actors progress. I want to see black actors get their money, but not like this. I ain't got nothing against folks caping for a cause. And like I always say, actors are actors. That is what they do. That's what they get paid to do. They get paid to make you believe there's something they're not. They get paid to make you believe what they're saying is the truth. They get paid to make you subscribe to what they're saying. It's what actors do. They're going to get paid whether this movie does well or not. It's called a contract. They aren't hurting. They're going to get their money. You know, didn't Winston Duke just get more bags for an expanded role? They eating. I'm not worried about them. They eating. This isn't a Jordan Peele movie. Yeah, no, it ain't. It is definitely not a Jordan Peele movie. That's what I'm talking about, Mr. Smith. I need the black cast to support me. Angela, I need a little money. You come sprinkle me with some cash. You know what I'm saying? Lupita, little Tisha, I know y'all got bags. What I need to be considerate of y'all. Y'all got money. Exactly, D. They gonna be just peachy. You know what I'm saying? This movie could not come out, and they still gonna be eating. I see Lupita on Instagram all the time living her best life. So she does not look like she's hurting for Jack. I see Angela Bassett living her best life on Instagram all the time. Don't look like they hurting for nothing. So I'm kind of not moved by that argument of what about the actors and all of that, because they're actors. Actors make Gouda. They get paid. They gonna be fine. Whether we talk about this movie up one end and down the other, they still gonna be fine. They still gonna go chill in their big houses. They still gonna take their big trips. They still gonna drive their big whips. They still gonna do what they do. So why are we even talking about that? Like, oh, what about the actors? What about them? They fucking rich. If BP2 flop, it won't be the cast fault. There's no concern from me. I ain't saying it's about, no, definitely. It's definitely not the cast. The BS trickles downhill and stops at the director. That's where it is right there, because everything from that point forward gets disseminated to the crew. That's like blaming the firemen for the fire. They just there to do a job. You know what I mean? Why didn't I get here sooner? They get there fast as they can. It's not them. I ain't mad. I'm not mad at them. I mean, I'm disappointed in them that they do these little press things and, oh, it's gonna be so great. Oh, it's gonna be so wonderful. And everybody go, yeah, it's gonna be great and wonderful because an actor said so. I learned in school real early that is the simplest form of propaganda. Because Elvis Presley says it, it must be true. Because Angela Bassett uses that product, it must be great. Because Arnold Schwarzenegger lives there, it must be fantastic. That's what a spokesmodel is. An actor caping for the cause. Do you think they feel that same way if we said, I'm going to need you to go out there and say this, this, and this? Oh, and you ain't getting paid. you get a whole different speech. I guarantee you. Lupita be chilling on them islands, shaking that booty. You know what I'm saying? She be living her best life. Lupita is not hurting, y'all. I don't know what bullshit story y'all been told that, oh, well, we got to consider the actors. The actors are fine, y'all. I promise you. MCU is counting on the emotionalism of the audience to make the movie soar, and that's a black magic spell. You the expert there, Grand Madam. If you say so, I have no reason to doubt it. Because it sure look like people are acting and moving out of character. At least that's how it seems to me. You know, 1 second y'all upset, mad, don't like this, hate that. I'm not saying y'all. I'm saying the people associated with the movie. You know, like your Letitias and you know that kind of thing. And again, Daniel Kaluuya not being in the movie. Coincidence? I thinketh not, friends. But we've discussed this too. We discussed this Thursday in the live about, you know, Daniel Kaluuya not being in the movie and, oh, it interfered with his schedule. $1 billion franchise versus not $1 billion franchise. And I choose to go with the not $1 billion franchise. Most peculiar. Most peculiar indeed. Yeah. Yeah, it is the most somber trailer. It had me feeling some kind of way. Ain't no sense in me lying. It had me feeling some kind of way. But yeah, y'all. Say Kaluuya has standards. Kaluuya saw the writing on the wall. Kaluuya saw the ship sinking. Kaluuya saw the bridge burning and got off of it. Is what he did. But yeah, that too. Yeah, I believe that, Dark Lineal, but it ain't gonna do billion. It ain't gonna do $1 billion. I don't think it will do a B. It might do a couple hundred M's, but it ain't gonna do no B. Nah. Daniel would rather be with Barney. Salute. Um, I'm I'm ready for what's next. I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to see what plans the rest of us have. What are we planning to do? What's the next step moving forward? You know what I mean? If what is going to go on from this point on can be considered moving forward, okay, maybe. Yeah, China was their bread and butter, man, and they shot themselves in the foot on that one. So, and then you you trying to get Europeans to enjoy an all black movie? Good luck with that. So, yeah, and I could be 150% wrong. They could eat it up like hotcakes. So, look, mate, there's Martin Freeman. We've got one. Yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. I see it hard pressed pushing into the $800 million range because it's gonna drop off sharply that second week when everybody's like, this is the budget. And you know what I mean? It is what it is though. I mean, I would love to be proven wrong. I mean, it's still ain't gonna make me give up my money. That's just where I'm at. Say Nicholas say he had a talk with the ancestors and they are deeply disappointed. Then somebody need to talk to Boss and have her strike these pretenders down. Um, yeah, BP didn't do too well in China. Um, I can't watch the movie and still haven't renewed my Disney Plus subscription. I have standards. I know you do, dear lady, madam. Um, it's very disappointing that And what else can I say that I haven't already said? You know what I mean? From here to me, we should be done talking, fam. We should be done with the conversation. We should be done with the maybes, possiblies, and could be's. Like I said earlier, there's Marvel like Dennis Green. You know what I'm saying? Coach Dennis Green for the Minnesota Vikings. They are who we thought they were. They most definitely are. Um, I'm still waiting for Theo to come out. I'm thinking me and him are trying to deal with the rage we're getting from this punch to the gut. Let me go check on my mentor. All right. Let me know how Theo doing. Let me know how he feeling, because I ain't heard from him either. I dropped him a little line. I didn't hear back from him. I feel like maybe he's dealing with some personal biz. And shouts out to my man Theo B. 105,062,459 in China. And now you ain't got China? Ooh, that's going to be very diff this year, because you ain't got that. And then we got Black Adam coming out a full what, 3 weeks before? Yeah, they gonna have to come with it. They gonna have to make it stink like your grandpa's feet if they want they funk to get near where they wanted to get near. It might do 800 million, maybe. You know what I mean? Because it's like, yeah, ain't nobody feeling that. I mean, some people are feeling it, but and even after a bunch of people go see it, and it's like, oh, it made 100 million the first week. That second week gonna be like 45 million. What do you expect when you got fans that you basically just alienated with this trailer? They were already alienated before the trailer dropped, but you solidified that alienation with what we were just served. You know what I'm saying? Um, that pizza That pizza tasted like haggis and pepperoni dog farts. That's that's basically what you gave us. Haggis and pepperoni dog farts. um, y'all out here, man. Y'all the internet is lit, ain't it? Oh my goodness, got to be more careful. Got to be more careful. Um, Look here, y'all. I am going to catch y'all next week because I want to go and monitor some of this stuff that's going on. I'm going to give y'all. I see that. Who fed the dog pepperoni? Nate Moore. Nate Moore fed the dog pepperoni. I really don't GAF about Marvel or any superhero movie in that sense. Okay. Okay. But yeah, y'all, I feel like and it's just a feeling. Uh uh I feel like this, just like we've been saying in the chat, the movie ain't gonna do the numbers that they think it's gonna do, because they alienated entire demographics and you've divided folks right down the middle. If you actually watch these kids' movies over the age of 15, you might need to be checked. Okay. They're trying. They're trying hard, aren't they? Nate Moore and Ryan Coogler about to catch these hands if I ever meet them in person. After business is taken care of, that's it. Okie dokie. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, if Every 800 would be a success, and I'd be surprised. What number would send the message? I'm getting ready to get up, y'all. I want to go monitor some more of this stuff. I will be coming back at y'all with some more after I get. I might bring you a more enriched. Yeah, I saw him. I saw him. I take it like Nightmare on Elm Street. You ignore them and their power goes away. I'm gonna get back at y'all with another video real soon. I'm gonna be monitoring this real close. Y'all stay up, stay focused, and don't let the trolls get on your nerves. Nice try, though. I'll be hollering at y'all. Y'all stay up. Y'all be good. Be good to each other.